I want to get a little bit closer. Okay, I'm kind of too close now. That's pretty cool. Today we're gonna weed out this field, and then we do have a production that I've forgotten about. We've had it since the beginning. We're gonna test that out today. Good day, welcome back. Now I'm just on my way back to the farm. Last episode I seem to have left the vehicles, the tractors everywhere. This one was down by the big farmer's kiosk, and the other one is up there by the bakery. Now I just have to water some of my animals, maybe refill the greenhouse a little bit, and then we should be good to go for the weeding. We do have a lot of bread. I was considering, that's also one thing, I need to sell something so that I can buy the soil information on our fields. That is a lucrative information that we're missing at the moment. Now I can't sell a batch of sheep. I think I'm gonna do that because nothing else is really top price at the moment. And maybe the bread is okay still. The corn is good next month. Actually, that's when I looked at it last time. Let me take a look now. It's not too far off. Oh no. Let me see. 200 more, and we do have 23,000. That's a lot of... It's a decent difference. So, these are the original sheep, I think. So I don't want to sell them. I just want to be selling, you know, the second to the oldest. And I don't even need to sell that many. Actually, I only need to sell one. And I do have an animal trailer that takes one, so I'm gonna do that. Yep, that's not going well. No. I need to... Alright, there you go. Actually, now I'm thinking, I always do this. I jump into the next thing, you know, available. I'll take one of these. Yes, and then I come, and I realize later there's some more efficient thing to do. So I keep going back and forth on everything. What I'm talking about here is that I should put this tank, on refilling while I'm doing all of these other things. I was thinking the soil information in the new field I think is about 500 euros, and then the soil information on this grass field here that's turned black on the data scale, or the data map. Just show you here. This guy here. Yeah, 175. Well, this is 500. So we're looking at 700 flat, really, and this is going to give us over 800, 900, I think. So, all right, let me take a look here. All right, sell this guy, almost 1,000 there. Then I can go into here and purchase the soil information. Alright, and then I can purchase this guy's soil information. Nitrogen is bad, so we can do things there also today. So that's perfect. It gives us a little bit more to do. I think there's room for 28 animals in there, and I only have 6 at the moment, so we do have a few more generations to go before we can start, or have to start selling them. There is a production we haven't been using, and I forgot about it because we've had it from the beginning, and it's not really something I kind of tend to play with, but it's the fertilizer plant. And since we do have cows that are producing slurry right now, we can trade in or produce 100 solid fertilizer for every 500 liters of slurry. And those productions, they have been active this whole time. I'm not sure if that has incurred the fees. So the line production was active, I just deactivated them. And then fertilizer plant, these have been active as well. So, and if you take a look at the finances here, there is property maintenance. I'm thinking this 600 euros here is because it has been active. But now, look, I jumped from April, I fixed it in April. So it's a little bit lower, but not really. But I also fixed it kind of late. So we'll see. Maybe it's only incurs the cost if we actually, you know, are producing anything. If it's just active and not making anything, then it's not really a big deal. This should be close to full, not by now. It is full, nice. I think the sheep are more desperate than the meat cows. But I think I'll do a little bit of everything. Alright, perfect. Did take a little while just to drive back and forth for a few hundred liters, but that's fine. Now I'm not gonna use this small one, I'm gonna use this one for the... actually, maybe... I was thinking, should I leave that trailer here, or am I gonna need it? I'm gonna bring it with me, just in case. Actually though, the bread... No, the bread is later. I think it's falling in price at the moment. So, no, that's bathtubs. That's bread. Yeah, it's kind of falling. And then it's going to go up again in December. So I won't be needing to be here for a few months. Now, let's take a look at this. As you can tell by the bakery, it is out of flour. Sorry, I just have to keep tapping back to actually turn and do stuff. Like I've said a few episodes back, the real bottleneck is the slowness of the grain mill. Yeah, it still has 34,000 liters of wheat in it, and it's just slow to produce, you know. The volume isn't the problem, it's the volume per month that's the problem. Now the wheat, it's done here. Alright. Am I gonna need the front weight, just in case it's a little bit of a hill? And in case it's too heavy, yeah, look, we're lifting up. This way it's going to be way easier to actually control. Alright, 25 kilometers an hour downhill, that's pretty decent. Makes it a little faster than whatever, you know, we would be doing. Actually, I feel like this weeder is kind of fast. So, fertilizing, that is the next thing to do. Now before I do that, maybe even before I did everything else, I should have done, you know, started producing from the slurry, but we will see. Now the slurry is free to us, technically, it's a byproduct, so you know, is it worth spending 500 liters to make 100 liters of solid fertilizer? You know, I'm not sure. To go ahead and get this. Oh, that was perfect. Now I'm just curious, is there any fertilizer left in there? I used the slurry last time, so maybe I feel like it should be empty. Oh, there is still left here. Well, yeah, in any case, I'm gonna bring the slurry over to the fertilizer plant. Cows are happy. They actually might need some TMR soon. It's been a while since I refilled that. I can probably do it here. Yeah. Yeah, there isn't a lot there. So we're looking at like 200. I kind of almost feel like it's not worth it, but we'll do this. It's kind of fast producing the slurry. If we're producing 1,000, let's say, a month, that's 200 solid fertilizer a month, so that's 5 months for 1,000 liters, and then every month, of course, we get closer to having more dairy cows. So soon we should be able to produce 1,000 liters of solid fertilizer a month. Oh yeah, this still has clovers. This field is very bad. You know, it's so small. It's not worth, I don't think, the effort. Okay, let's see. It's storing it. Good. Already has 2 liters. Alright. We'll check back on this thing, hopefully, if I remember, before the end of the episode, and see how much it is. But now it's time for the fertilizer, the solid fertilizer we have. Alright, now that's another quick run. This isn't the largest field that we have as well. It's, I would say, a medium size. It's larger than some of them, but, you know, Gregory and Honeyfield are the 2 largest. You can see we have spent almost 1,000, like 800 liters on this field. Now that's, what? That's like 4,000 liters of the other thing. Sorry, I'm trying to fold things up here. If I'm not mistaken, I'm just gonna put this here not right now, so it's not in the way of a field like it's been. There you go. What was I saying? There's something about something. I cannot remember. Literally seconds ago. Oh yeah, the slurry. The slurry spreader isn't as wide as this one. Oh. I need to fix that. The trailer's in the way. But yeah, so I think solid fertilizer is more efficient. Yeah, I think 4,000. I think we would have used more just from using it last time on Honeyfield. You know, it feels like I would have had to use more than 4,000 liters of slurry on that field. So yeah, but I'm not sure. I have no real indication one way or the other. But look at the nitrogen here now. It's perfect, but it's in the lower. Ah, it's perfect actually. Okay, I think it's the type of crop. It doesn't need that much. So, you know, green doesn't mean perfect every time. So, that is really all the field work done. So I'm thinking that I can actually just get into June by now. You know, everything is good. The grass is gonna be ready to cut next month, as well as the clovers. Nothing else though. But before I go over to June, I need to make money to jump over to that month. Oh man, the roller is in the way. But yeah, luckily he has cut the grass here, so I'm in no danger of ruining anything here. Now I'm not sure when this tornado hits. Does that actually tell us? 3. It's gonna be another one probably in July. Alright. Is this gonna work out? No, I pressed the wrong button. Wrong way there. Yeah, there you go. That was way simpler than it. Well, it went worse than it should have. Okay, that's all the TMR, so I need to mix more. Let's actually get going on that, and I'm going to try and put the chaff, I think it is, that's on the ground there. Oh no. This guy cannot really handle this. I'm gonna pull it over, but I'm not gonna be using this one to mix. Now with this, yeah, I can, it tells me there what I need to do. So let's put the pallet forks down. Then I will go ahead and do a little bit of mixing. Alright, now that mix seems to be good. It's not a full load though, but it's mixed. That's the most important thing. There's no use in filling it up with silage or hay and then trying to mix it afterwards. So, and they don't take that much. I think whatever I'm gonna mix in here now is gonna be good. Actually, it's not that many. Technically, I could mix it now. Or I could try to add a little bit more. You know what, I'm gonna... What am I doing here? Can I get this guy? I'm gonna empty the silage in and base everything off of that. Just because it's our last thing, and then, you know. But this might hold, you know, be good for us through the winter. Not sure though. Yeah, we'll just see how much we need to put after this. Actually, nothing. Interesting. But I don't wanna waste it in a way. I'm gonna bring the hay in there as well. Then I do have more than enough hay, and then I do have more than enough straw. So I just wanna use the silage up, but I don't wanna do it effectively. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Now I'm not gonna put... Oh no. Oh, I destroyed just a little bit. I'm not gonna put all of this in. I don't think I should. So can I lift it though above? Yeah, I can. So I just need to follow that silage meter there. Not all the way to the bottom, because I still need to put, I think this should be fine, I still need to put straw. and anything else really. The mineral feed. You could really get away with putting next to nothing, next to no straw, next to no mineral feed, because they require so little of it. And I get that, those are probably the least... sorry, I just now I want to take a look here. These are the least nutritious sort of things. Maybe this actually is kind of nutritious, but you know, I need to attach it. Okay, it's 10,000 liters by now, and it's TMR. So I just need to put a little bit here. There you go. Not risking any more. Oh no. Now let me bring a little bit of the mineral feed in again. Yeah, just take all of that. I won't put more, I'll save the next thing for the other thing. Now, actually, how many liters do I have to go on here? Oh, I have a lot to go. Okay, so I guess I'll just put... I'll put the hay on, just some, you know, increase the volume, if that makes sense. Put everything at the bare minimum. That means I'm putting the most volume out there, in a sense. Basically putting the silage at the bare minimum. Yeah, I'm not putting more in. So this is our most optimal mix, in a way, with the silage that we had. And also, that's the thing, maybe I produce silage from this grass fields as well. Alright. This is struggling somehow a little bit. I'm not sure how much room there is, but... Also, this mixer is way too large, really, for our equipment, but we got it on a sale, so... That's why we were using it, really. Oh god. I just drove into the pit there. So let's just throw the total mix resin in. No. There you go. Okay, yeah, that's all. I'll keep it in here. Don't think I need to do anything here. They don't need me to refill the water. Now, do they need straw? That's the question. Not really. They have enough for a while. Their food is completely filled up. The hay is... They're still going on the hay that I put them on before I had made the TMR. But yeah, TMR really... It really extends everything. All of our resources. So that's pretty nice. Now... Like I said, there's really nothing for us to do unless we want to jump over to June. And that way there is nothing for us other to do now than to sell a few things. You know what I will do? I think the tomatoes, we're producing them kind of well. Tomatoes, and they are the medium price, so I'll take them down on this, not this tractor, on this tractor, because then I can probably take it to the workshop at in the same spin, but that means I need to take more than minimum with me. Can I take 2 without having to bring a rear weight? I can, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Whew, we'll see. Actually, where am I selling this to then? Big Farmer's Kiosk, that is the best price. So yeah. So yeah, it's very interesting how we go from making a lot of money to being almost poor. But that's because I employ really the money every time I can. I could have not bought the field, you know, 4,000. That's probably not enough just for the repairs, but we'll see. But yeah, I could have saved on buying the field and then buying the, you know, having more money now, but I don't like to have too much cash on hand, if that makes sense. I'd rather put it at work somewhere. But there's an argument to be made about saving up the money to buy the grain mill, but it's so far away. I think we were better off investing, what is that, 80,000 into the field. We won't get 80,000 back immediately, but it's gonna, you know, escalate our income even quicker, I would hope. But maybe, you know, maybe it wasn't actually the right choice. But in any case, okay. Yeah, the condition here is horrible, and the repairs cost more than twice what we have. Or just about twice. I'm not sure if we should be sacrificing more of our income here. The fabric is on the way. Let me take a look here, though. Oh, okay, it's this is we create 1 per cycle, so we still have 2 more months to go before we get a pallet, so that's not an option. The bread, though, that is something we do have. We are bottlenecked by the grain mill, of course, and there's nothing we can do really to increase that, unless we would buy another one, but the next one I'm gonna buy is the actual proper one. The bread is, you know, decent. It's 1,000 euros lower than it can be. I'd rather not. Then maybe I just don't repair this. Oh no, don't drop this. Almost drove into the bread. Yeah, I would rather not repair it and then see how much of a pain it actually becomes. But I do need to refill the fuel, and that we do have for free. Or we have already paid for it. Look at that, John Deere's flying through the field. It's a decent weeder. If you have good enough horsepower, you can just fly through everything. Yeah, I think with this money, I'd rather use it on getting to June and then maybe into harvest. I'm not sure exactly. But there's gonna be, I think, definitely July. Oh yeah, now the tornado weather is in. That is basically why I had the time scale so fast. Actually, you know what? I could sell the tomatoes again, and then we should have enough money. So let me just bop this away. And then I'm gonna do that, because, like I said, the tomatoes are the most expendable, least fluctuating product we have, I think, compared to value. You know, if I stockpile all the bread and make 1,000 more euros per pallet in half a year, we're looking at way more money than if I do it with tomatoes. This should hopefully be the last bit of selling, and I would call this like unnecessary selling, or dipping into the savings sort of selling. Okay, I need some help with this. Where is the weight? Oh, it's okay. They're both equally far away from me. Okay, so let me take down the time scale back and take a look at where this tornado is. Okay, it's coming from there. Let's go have a look at that on our little international. I think that's what it's called. I don't know if this is a modded thing or if it's an actual proper real life thing. Last time, I think it was episode 15. That's kind of a while back. But yeah, we also drove this to take a look at the tornado. than it was in this field here. Way closer than it is now. We'll see if it takes the same path. You can even see the destruction over there. These trees. They were not like that before the last or previous tornado. I won't get too close, just in case. I don't think it is in with. I don't think it is within the. Oh, there it is. Look at it. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not probably within the render distance, but it is now. Just beyond the mirror there. It's kind of clipped by the trees there. I want to get a little bit closer, just to see which direction it is going into. I could probably increase the time a little bit, just if that's connected, you know. It's between fields right now. I've never been to this side of the map, actually. Very hilly. Look at that. Okay, I'm kind of too close now. That's pretty cool. Oh, it's gone. Oh, that was weird. I went to take a screenshot and then just seconds after I did that, it was gone. Well, that's not exciting, but it's good news. It's not gonna destroy our fields, at least. But yeah, so let's get to selling those tomatoes, and then we will repair the tractor and use the, hopefully have enough left to get over to June. Alright, we are back. I just want to position, giving myself a little bit room to actually open the door. There you go. Okay. Nice to take this guy out for a spin every once in a while. That was the shortest tornado I've experienced. Also the second one I have experienced. That's one thing I would like to have more of. You know, the hours I play this game is like tornadoes and snow are very rare. You know, like almost as if they're non-existent. Well, but maybe it would be horrible to actually try to play through all of that. It's nice that it does exist though. Right. Now I'm probably gonna lose it on this turn. Nope. Just about. Just managed to keep it on. I didn't drop it there in the beginning. Oh, I dropped it in the beginning and the end. Alright. Yeah, 10,000. I think, oh no. I did not bump into that car, I promise. Yeah, I think 10,000 here is enough for both the repairs and the monthly payments. I will, however, jump over first, just in case, because that is more important, really, than anything else. Now, depending on if there's harvest or not, but I will try to see if there's any. If there's no field work in June, then I don't know what we're gonna do. Let's hope I didn't forget anything. Alright, now we're just under, so I was correct in doing this, I think. We cannot afford the repairs. We couldn't have done both. I think the repairs are about 700, 8,700, 600 maybe. Let's take a look quickly here. This is, yep, we're 400 out. Also, there's been things coming into the sale. Let's take a look at them. This isn't really an upgrade, it would be an additional tractor probably. This is actually a downgrade to everything we have. So let's take a look here. I think the grass is ready. Yep, it's technically ready. So let's go ahead there. Where did I put my grass working equipment this time? I usually have it there between the silos, but I can't see it there. Yeah, look, we have another 3 pallets of tomatoes immediately. And a whole pallet of wool. Maybe wool is something we have to start selling. You can see how much there's stockpiled there by the spinnery. I cannot remember where I put the grass. Oh, it's there, by the tree. Yeah, none of our fields are actually ready, but they will be next month probably, but that should be next episode. Alright. Oh, nothing happened there. No, wait. How often have I done this? I am putting this up front. Actually... yeah, I'm gonna put the windrower on in the back now because I'm gonna try to make the silage. Now, I don't have the equipment or anything for the silage. And I don't think I can buy a baler or a wrapper for 8,000. We have round balers. Cheapest is 60,000. Now, I do have a round baler though. So why am I thinking I should just buy this? 150 max. So I just have to make sure my silage bales are less than that, and then I can finance this. I will do it for 2 years to lower our monthly income as much as possible, so we don't have to be selling too much at the same time there. Now, where's the windrower? It's all the way up there. Okay, it seems to have attached. Also, my time here is way too fast. I tend to be at 5, but usually it's not any problem, if that makes sense. Okay, and now you unfold you. Now let me take a look here before I begin, because it doesn't look that lush. Yeah, it's technically ready to harvest, but it can grow 1 more year, but I think it should be fine. I just want to put oh no. Oh no, I'm pressing the wrong thing here. Yield. And let's zoom on the map a little bit. And let's try this method out now. Okay, it is working. Whew, I was just it kind of disappeared. Okay, the yield is decent. Now it's dropping a little bit. Maybe this was premature, but maybe we should get another crop, 1 more harvest before the end of the season. Really, next thing to go in here is cover crop, and then after that we have carrots, and that's going to require more equipment as well. So it's going to be interesting. Even more leasing, or I call it leasing, it's financing. Because leasing in the game is easy mode, so essentially. Maybe not, I haven't taken a look at the numbers really, but I like the idea of owning after renting for a while, you know. But yes, let me continue with this grass work and get the baler and everything done, and I'll see you after that.
That became a nightmare. I said it doesn't matter now, but it defeats me. Shackles around one's feet is not so neat. Oh, hurry with the kisses, your lips and the balm. Every number counts, love tokens. Where did all the swallows fly when I was 17? a dream that became a nightmare. Oh, it must have been the first time that evil kissed my face. But oh, little did I know, disharmony awakens me. Oh, who would I be? Who would I be? Oh, disharmony dismantles me still. Oh, it's deep, so deep. Oh, it's deep, so deep. Oh, where did all the swallows fly when I was only 17? Caught up in a dream that became a nightmare. It must have been the first time that evil kissed my face. Oh, but little did I know. Where did all the swallows fly when I was 17? Caught up in a dream that became a nightmare.
Alright. That went kind of well. I decided to do the smallest size of bales just because that way we could finish a whole bale, if that makes sense. Oh, yeah, it didn't work out well there, but now we have a decent amount of silage. We have to wait, I think, a few months before it actually turns into silage. Yeah, it's 0% fermenting, so 1%, yeah. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit, but that's really no problem. I can just fold this guy here and put it here. It's good. It feels good to be into silage now. That means we can produce everything we need. I think that should be it for this episode. Next time we will begin in July. Actually, isn't the corn ready this time? Maybe I'll start next episode by selling that. No, that's yield. Yeah, corn is best now, but it's not. It's decent, but it's going up. So yeah, I'll start next episode by selling that. But today we are done for now. It's been a long one, I think. Not a lot of field work, not compared to previously, but decent. We have progressed well, and look at the production. We have a full pallet. We have third pallet of honey in production. Constant flow of tomatoes. I think this winter is gonna be perfect. I think we're gonna end up with at least the grain mill, maybe even the spinnery up there. At any case, thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed and that you join next time when we start by selling the corn and maybe harvest the oats. Decent episode next time it should be. Remember to like and subscribe on your way out, and yeah, thank you. Take care. Goodbye.